Thank you for joining us. Please come have a seat at the table, we're just about to begin. I'm DM Midgarin, joined once again by our cast of wonderful and affordable role players. When last we left our heroes, the Sunday Knights have been given the noble task of returning Ephyra, god of the polis, to the night sky. With Ragnar leading and Pip offering a whale transportation, our heroes sail across the mystic sea to Ephyra's city. Once a symbol of progress made by marbleized dreams, now turned black and crumbled. The only part of the city not affected was the palace, so the knights make their way to the courtyard. Now we join our heroes at the entrance of the palace along with some uninvited guests. So let's continue the tale of Heroes of Theros, Godfall. So, you guys made your way to Ephyra's city to find it destroyed and desolate. As you made your way to her palace, you find demons perched upon the obelisk leading to the entrance. You see Eaters of Hope along with a abhorrent overlord. The abhorrent overlord stands upon a statue of Ephyra. He looks down at you and he says, "The gods are no longer here." And in which case, Klaus...
The gods may not be here, but they led us here to defeat you.
So go ahead and roll for initiative. But Ragnar, you did something before the start of combat last time. Is that correct?
Yes. I would cast a spell. The spell I cast would be Sleep Storm. I would center it right around here, and then that would impact. And then because he leapt onto that statue,
he did.
He would be in the area of effect. And the spell that I cast was Sleep Storm. So basically, they would have to roll Dex saving throw. And if they fail, they would fall prone. And these two creatures out here already failed their saving throws. But he leaped into the area of effect as we start the battle.
With advantage, he got a 15. But he is fine.
He's just not happy that there's...
He's just not happy that there's a snowstorm raging in the middle of his battleground.
Yeah, and that's... So I made it so that the characters could get to those creatures that had fallen prone. As long as they stay out of the area of effect. And once they get up there, then I can drop it. Because I want to keep those guys... the Hope Eaters prone as possible so people can get up into melee combat. Concentration spell up to 1 minute, so I just cast a spell so I can maintain concentration, for a minute.
So what did everybody roll for initiative?
Pip rolled a 15.
Neolus rolled a 22.
Cloud got 19.
Opos on those amazing rolls as always has a 5.
Ragnar rolled a 16.
All right, Aeolus. 2 of the demons have fallen to the ground prone. The other demon is kind of hanging on to the statue as the wind whips his wings around. He stares daggers at the Minotaur. What do you do, Aeolus?
Alright, so the creature on the right-hand side, I am going to cast Fairy Fire on him so that everybody can get advantage on their attack rolls. And they can't go invisible or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and cast it now. It needs to give me a wisdom saving throw, I believe.
Dexterity, right?
It's a dexterity, yes, that's correct.
They rolled a 21. Aeolus, are you doing anything else?
Nope.
All right. So the Overlord is still up. He spreads his wings wide and he lunges for you guys. The other Eater of Hope will also lunge forward, skittering around on the ground until he's outside of the area of effect, and he'll come charging at you. And the closest one to him is Klaus. So Klaus, he rolls a 12 and an 11 to hit you. I don't think that does it.
No, my AC is 19.
Yeah.
So he misses.
So the Warlord will spread his wings and he'll actually soar straight up. As he looks down upon you, he goes, "That was an interesting spell. Have one of mine." And he'll spread his wings out, and his wings go completely black, and flecks of starlight start to appear, and a swarm of crows and harpies surge out of his wings and swarms the party. Anybody in a 20-foot radius, at the start of your turn, you have to make a dexterity saving throw, or you're going to take damage. Okay? And the other Eater of Hope, he's kind of just slipping and falling around. Klaus, give me a Constitution.
18.
That's still not enough. You're going to take the 16 points of slashing damage and 16 points of psychic damage. So altogether, you're taking 32 points of damage. All right, and it's your turn, so go ahead.
Oh, well, boy. I'm so excited to get this started. All right, so that seems like this might be a helpful first turn. So I want to cast Aid at 3rd level. So my spell's going to bolster my allies with toughness and resolve. I choose up to 3 creatures within range. Each target's hit points maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration. Since it is at 3rd level, I'm also going to the spell's also going to increase by an additional 5 for each slot level above 2nd, which would be 1. So for 5 extra points.
All right, so Klaus, who are the 3 people that you're choosing for your aid?
So after that attack, I'm going to pick myself, because of course.
Yep.
And then I'm going to pick Ragnar and Lopos for an extra 10.
Awesome. Ragnar, Lopos, you guys increase your maximum hit points by 10. Klaus, are you doing anything else? Movement action, bonus action?
I would like to not be right next to this thing.
Okay.
So...
All right, so the Eater of Hope is going to take an attack of opportunity on you?
Even though I'm moving away?
Especially since you're moving away.
Yeah.
That's how attacks of opportunity work.
Yeah.
15 to hit you.
No, it misses.
All right. Next up is Ragnar. What'd you roll for your Constitution saving throw?
Constitution saving throw, I rolled a 21.
Okay, you're going to take half damage, so that's 8 points of slashing damage and 8 points of psychic damage.
I need to do a wisdom check or wisdom saving throw to maintain concentration on my...
That is correct.
And I rolled a 16.
With a 16, you will maintain concentration on your spell.
I'm going to move out of this area, so I'm going to move over here towards this obelisk over here to get out of this area. And then I'm going to do a bonus action.
And what is your bonus action?
I'm going to cast Spiritual Hammer.
Okay. Please describe to me your Spiritual Hammer.
Cast it as a 4th level spell. Actually, I'll cast it over here on this guy.
Okay.
And then cast it, I'm going to attack with it.
So you cast a spiritual weapon that turns into a hammer?
Yep, it's got lightning and everything surrounding the hammer. It's the image of my deity. This is, I believe, so it's going to be like a spirit. It's going to be like a hammer with like lightning, static electricity surrounding it as it sits there. There's no electrical damage to it. I'm just using it as a nice little ploy.
Yeah.
Attack with it, and I rolled a 19.
19 will hit.
I'm going to be doing 18 points of force damage to that creature.
Very nice indeed.
And that is all that I can do.
Okay. Next up is Pip. Pip, go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
12. Pip, you're going to take 16 points of slashing damage and 16 points of psychic damage.
So altogether, that's
32 points of damage.
32. Awesome. I'm going to move up to here, not in the circle though. And I'm going to cast Conjure Elemental.
All right. Please describe to me how you cast that spell.
So I'm going to look down at the stone dirt below me, and I'm going to pick up some of my hand, and I'm going to wave my staff over it and spread it out over the ground, and out from it you see a some kind of earth elemental rise out from underneath. That's yeah.
Okay. As you cast the spell, the ground starts to shift and move, and from the dirt, from the celestial dirt, an elemental will appear next to you. It gets up to its full height. Now, this is not common ground. Everything is part of the Nyx. So the body of this creature, you can see little starlights inside the stone as if they were precious gems.
Awesome. As my bonus action, I'm going to go, sorry for summoning you, but we have some work to do, and turn into an elemental myself. And I'm going to pick another earth elemental.
Okay.
And that's end of turn for me.
That's end of turn. All right. Lopos, go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
That's going to be a 5.
All right, 5. You will take 16 points of slashing damage, and of course, you will take 16 points of psychic damage.
Ow. So everyone in this room is evil, right?
I guess that depends on your definition of evil and how close you are to the characters.
I meant specifically the guy in the middle of the room.
The demons, yes, they are all considered very evil. So in the center of the room is a demon of greed, and the smaller ones flying about that are eaters of hope. So very bad individuals.
Does an 18 hit the one in the middle of the room?
What are you hitting them with?
An arrow.
An 18 will hit the one in the middle of the room.
Cool. But that arrow is actually a lightning arrow. Ooh. So if he can do a dexterity saving throw?
Sure. 15.
All right, so that's going to be half damage. So it's going to be 5 piercing damage and then 4 lightning damage, 9 damage in total.
9 damage total. All right.
And then I am going to do a daunting roar on the guy next to us.
Throw. He got an 11. So he took 9 points of damage, so he actually fails the save. So the crow barrier will actually go away. Very nice. Yes! So the guy next to you, you're going to do what now?
I am doing a daunting roar.
18!
He passes. That's going to be the end of my turn. Actually, I'm not quite done. I'm going to move away because I'm not in the area of attack.
That's a good idea. All right, so next up is Aeolus. Aeolus, you do not need to make a save, so thank Lopos. Very nice of him. But what would you like to do this turn? There is a very nasty demon. He definitely looks like he wants to kill you.
I'm going to try and I'm going to use my Mantle of Majesty.
And what does that do?
Mantle of Majesty is a 6th level class ability. Is when you gain the ability to cloak yourself in Fey magic that makes others want to serve you. As a bonus action, you can cast a command spell without expending a spell slot, and you take on the appearance of an unearthly beauty for 1 minute or until your concentration ends, as if you were concentrating on a spell. During this time, you can cast command as a bonus action on each of your turns, without expending a spell slot. Any creature charmed by you automatically fails a saving throw against the command, and you cast with this feature, and once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish the rest.
So what is the DC for the command spell? And who are you commanding?
I'm commanding the creature in front of me, and this DC is a 17.
DC is a 17 wisdom saving throw, correct?
That is correct.
All right. And this is a spell, so he does get advantage on this one. 18. You just narrowly miss it.
All right, I'm going to get out of dodge then.
All right. He already used his attack on Klaus there, so you can just scurry away.
That's the end of my turn.
But that was very close. Very good. I applaud you. Ragnar, how tall up is the cone of Sleet Storm? Is it like a 40-foot dome? Like 40 feet, 40 feet, 40 feet?
The radius is 40 feet. 20-foot tall cylinder. So it goes up 20 feet up into the air, and then as it touches the ground with the 40 feet. So there's like a 20-foot that cylinder kind of goes up.
Okay. So the Overlord is well above that, so he is fine. The demon that is still in the Sleet Storm, he's going to go ahead and make his dexterity saving throw. 13, he is still down. Every time he gets up, he gets up, and then he falls down again. He's never going to get up from this fight. That is his house now. So the Warlord is going to scan the area. He looks at the elementals. His eyes go wide as a wicked thought appears in his head. I need Pip to go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
And I have advantage on these as well. Not that I needed it, I don't think.
What did you roll?
25.
Yeah, you're fine. As the Warlord looks at you, his hand goes out and golden spikes start to jut out of your head. You start to shake it off and you solidify in yourself, and the spikes will disappear and dissipate away. He kind of looks at you with just like a little bit of hatred, and he's actually going to fly over and start to circle above you. He's 25 feet off the ground. He's just circling you now. You're giving him a great insult for denying his power. The Eater of Hope, he is going to go over to the nearest person, which is Klaus.
Aye.
And he is going to go ahead and cast a 30-foot cone called the Breath of Hopelessness. So I need Klaus, Lopos, Aeolus, and Ragnar all to go ahead and make me a charisma saving throw.
Ragnar rolled a 10.
Klaus rolled a 16.
Lopos rolled a 20.
Aeolus, what'd you roll?
15.
15? Okay. And Lopos, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 20. I think that's my first high roll of the game.
Congratulations! On a failed save, you guys are going to take 26 points of necrotic damage, and you are cursed for 1 minute. The DC was 14, and everybody but Ragnar passed. So everybody except Ragnar is going to take 13 points of damage. Ragnar, you are now cursed.
With that, my Sleet Storm is going to drop after I took that damage right there. I failed my concentration save.
Okay. The Sleet Storm will drop. The demon that was been slipping and sliding the entire time, his wings are kind of crumpled and he just kind of furls them out. He gets on 4 legs and he starts hissing at the nearest elemental. Next up is Klaus.
Why is this guy right next to me again? I ran away from him for a reason. Klaus wants to do a command spell.
All right. Wisdom saving throw, right?
Yes, that's correct. At a higher level, I'm doing this at 3rd level, so at a 2nd level or higher, you can affect 1 additional creature for each slot level above first. The creature must be within 30 feet of each other, and you target them. So yeah, they are within 30 feet of each other, so I should be able to mark both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do the command grovel.
Okay. All right. So I need to make a saving throw for the other demon. 10. So yes, both are under the effects of your command spell.
Okay, so they are both prone.
No. At the start of their turn, they will go prone and then end their turn.
That's good enough for me. And then can I still walk away from this guy?
Yep.
DM, I'm gonna leave this up to you. Can I warn her not to step in front of me?
Yeah, you can.
Do you heed my advice?
Of course.
Next up is Ragnar.
The first things first, I'm cursed, so I don't know what that means to me. Do I get another saving throw, or does
Nope. I'll let you know what happens when it happens.
Well, I'm going to attack this creature right here with my spiritual hammer. Does a 27 hit?
27 will hit.
That's critical. So I'm going to do total of 23 points of force damage to it.
As the hammer slams into it, the creature falls to his knees. He puts his head down to the ground, and he doesn't make a sound.
All right, and then with that, I like to move, with a bonus action, move my hammer up. I'll move it up to there,
Okay.
and then that will end my turn.
Pip, it is your turn.
All right, so you're gonna see 2 earth elementals, and they're just gonna come at this demon that was being prone for a while. He's getting up, and I'm gonna try to knock him right back down.
All right, roll for attack.
I rolled 25, 26, 14, 27.
The 14 did not hit. Roll for damage.
So 16, 10, and 13 bludgeoning damage from these 2 earth elementals just going slam, slam, slam against this demon sitting over here.
Very nice. Anything else there, Pip?
The one that is me is going to come around and start flanking him for his next turn.
Lopos, it is your turn.
I am going to shoot an arrow at this middle guy. But as I do that, I am also going to cast Barrage.
Okay. Will that hit the earth elementals?
It is a 60-foot cone.
All right, that'll hit the earth elementals.
So I need a... You
can make it a narrow cone, right?
No. Not how cones work.
I thought that was a demon. Anyways, they have dexterity saves. They can jump out of the way. Hey guys, dodge this.
All right, so you cast Barrage. It's a 13 dexterity saving throw. It's going to hit everyone there, all 4, okay?
Yeah, I'm going to be aiming for try and aim it towards the right 3.
The right 3. Okay, gotcha. 14. So the demon that will pass, the Eater of Hope will pass, and dexterity saving throw. 11. The Warlord will fail, and the Earth Elemental.
Earth Elemental should pass, yep, 18.
All right, so both demons failed, so they're going to take 13 points of damage.
And then the demon on the left is going to get another shot from my longbow. Does a 27 hit?
Yep.
Oh, by the way, the damage type is the same as that of the weapon or ammunition, so these are not magical weapons.
Gotcha, good to know, thank you.
And then an additional 3 piercing to the left demon.
Okay, anything else?
I'm going to move further away from this guy to my left.
All right.
And that will end my turn.
So next up is the baddies. The demon, I need to roll a d6. Hey, it's a 6. So these 2 will drop to their knees and they will end their turn, so they don't take a turn. This demon, however, the Overlord, he's going to say, screw it. And he's going to soar up, and he's going to land right in front of you, Ragnar.
Okay, sounds good.
2 slashes with his claws, an 11 and a 19.
We'll miss, the 18 will hit.
Ragnar, you're going to take 12 points of slashing damage and 9 points of necrotic damage. As his claws rake into you, you feel your flesh start to decay away, and he pulls out black goo from your chest.
I feel like I've earned this, so I'm good. All right, as a reaction, when he hits me, he's going to need to do a dex saving throw, DC 15 or better, and then he's going to take 2d8 lightning damage. I'm going to do lightning damage at him. If he succeeds, he's going to take half the damage. I can take a reaction as part of my class ability. It's for Wrath of Storm. So when a creature within 5 feet of you that you see that hits you with an attack, you can choose to use your reaction to cause the creature to make a dexterity saving throw or take 2d8 lightning or thunder damage, your choice, and then half damage on success.
All right. As he pulls back the goo, lightning shoots from the trail up into his hand. He clenches his fist, and it is Klaus's turn.
Klaus would like to attack this prone monster with a double-bladed scimitar.
He's like, he has his head bowed down. You do come up to him. He's like, oh yes, I'm very heroic and mighty. By the way, kick you when you're down. Go ahead and make your attacks.
16 to hit?
16 will not hit.
I guess neither a 12 will either.
12 will not hit.
But it looked real good.
Right.
Alright, so can he disengage, or is that
No, disengage is a full action. You can use your bonus action to make one last attack if you'd like to.
I rolled a 24.
Oh, the 24 will hit.
I rolled a 10 for damage.
All right, so that's everything that you can do. We'll go on to Ragnar. Ragnar, what would you like to do?
I'd like to make a special note. I've been waiting all game to do this ability, and you're going to feel the pain. So first,
I'm going to feel the pain.
yes, you're going to feel the pain. The bad guy's going to feel the pain. I'm going to use one of my channel divinities or my channel divinity Destructive Wrath, which basically means I can burn a channel divinity to do maximum damage instead of rolling for lightning or thunder damage.
Okay.
The spell I'm going to cast at him, since he's right here in front of me, since he loves me so much, is I'm going to cast Thunderweave at him as I smash my hammer down on the ground. Karanos, bring forth your lightning to do destruction! And I bang the hammer in front of me, and lightning Thunderweave is going to come at this guy. He still gets a saving throw for half damage, but it is 68 net worth of damage, and it's at max damage.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw, and it's thunder damage, and then he gets pushed 10 feet away from me.
So with advantage, I rolled an 18.
I'm going to take half of 68 at max damage.
6d8 or 68?
68, and then maximum damage, divide that in half.
He takes 34 points of damage.
And then the sound effects.
The flesh on that's pulled tightly on his gaunt body starts to ripple. His wings start to flap wildly and uncontrollably. He starts to slide back, but he digs his claws into the ground and holds his own. He towers over you, one claw raised to strike. As he's holding up his claw right to strike, your hammer soars and hits him in the back of the head. He's thoroughly angry at you. You have his full attention.
Oh, that's my intent. I want his full attention.
Yep, it is your turn.
I rolled a 17, 26, 27, and 21. Is all this hit?
All those hit.
Well, you're gonna see two elementals basically like being like a bully. One's gonna shove him over here. The other one's gonna turn around, give him a good hook, shove him back over to his other friend. And they're just going back and forth, wailing on this dude, shoving him back and forth.
All right, roll for damage.
So he's gonna take 14 on the first hit, another 15 on the other hit from the other one. He's gonna get pushed back over, just a little 10, and then he's gonna get a big, nice uppercut with a 17 damage on that last hit.
So altogether, we're looking at 56 points of damage.
Yes.
Pip, how are you killing this creature?
Well, like I said, it's just like a bully back and forth, just wailing on him. And he's just like looking bloodied and beat up. And you see this last uppercut just tear through his jaw as this giant earth elemental just runs these rocks through the bottom of his jaw, and he falls to the ground, just poof, dust everywhere.
As he hits the ground itself flows away the remaining dust. The creature tries to get up one last time, but he can't hold on to his form, and he'll disappear into the starlight and rejoin the Nyx as the creature vanishes from the battlefield. Anything else, Pip?
All right, so both me and my friend here still have movement, so we're going to position to do the same on his friend here.
All right. Lopos, it is your turn.
All right, I am going to start with my bonus action, and I am going to do Slayer's Prey.
Okay.
And so in like a blink of an eye, I'm going to go the roundabout way to where the two elementals went, and I'm going to help with that attack. So I sprint on over, and I am going to stab him with my short sword.
Roll for attack.
Does a 24 hit?
24 will hit. Roll for damage.
That's going to be 8 piercing damage, plus an additional 4 damage.
Very nice.
And then I am going to stab again. Does a 21 hit?
21 will hit.
That's going to be an additional 3 damage.
All right, anything else you're doing there?
Nope, that should end my turn.
Next up is Aeolus.
I'm going to attempt to cast Polymorph on the Overlord.
Okay, and what form would you like the Overlord to take?
Chicken.
A chicken. Okay, so it's a Wisdom saving throw.
That's correct.
19.
Pass turn.
As you cast your spell, you see a beard of feathers appear on the creature. He just kind of sneezes it away. Next up is the Overlord. He looks over at you, Ragnar, and he's going to make both of his attacks upon you.
Surprise, surprise.
25 to hit and a critical 29. So the first attack is going to deal 12 points of slashing damage and 16 points of necrotic damage. And as he deals this damage, you start to see the burn marks that you gave him start to knit back up again. And the critical, so you're going to take 28 points of slashing damage, and you're going to take 24 points of necrotic damage.
Ragnar will drop.
Ragnar drops. As you drop, the creature's wounds start to knit back up.
It's amazing since none of my friends wanted to help me with the big guy. Instead, they wanted to attack the other creature.
That's true. I tried to turn him into a chicken.
Yeah.
That's true. That's very true. He tried to do that. It was very noble. Speaking of chickens, Pip, 9 to attack and a 13 to attack. I believe both missed.
What is the AC of these earth elementals?
I think there's like a 15.
17.
17. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, you're fine. Next up is Klaus.
So let me get behind Ragnar.
You're going to take an attack of opportunity, 24 to
Mhm.
attack. You're going to take 10 points of slashing damage and 5 points of necrotic damage. As you try to flee from the Eater of Hope, he's going to slash at you with his claws.
10 slashing, 5 necrotic.
10 slashing and 5 necrotic. Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna take that then.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go over Ragnar and cast Cure Wounds.
At which level?
I'm gonna do that at 3rd level as much as I can. And also with my uncommon item, the Preemptive Wound Closure, it also doubles the HP I roll.
Okay, so it's 19, and then you're using your uncommon to do double the health. So I'm going to be 38 health back.
Yep.
Ragnar, you're back up. Klaus, go ahead and describe to me what you do to get Ragnar back to his feet.
As I run over to Ragnar, he's laying on the ground. I kneel over him, and I'm envisioning that as like a necklace,
Okay.
like in a necklace form.
Parapet.
And so that I have, and it just starts to glow as I close my eyes and I put both of my hands on, and I essentially pray for blessing to get extra health, and the necklace will glow as the energy will go into Ragnar, as white light will shine from my hands in the area that I am holding on to.
Ragnar, you feel the draw of the afterlife. You're in the Nyx, so the underworld the pool is a lot greater here. And all of a sudden, the white light blinds you through your closed eyes, and you waken to find that your wounds have healed up. Klaus is standing over you, healing you, and the Overlord is staring over you, a look of just anger and frustration on his face. Why won't you die?
Here shortly, he's not going to be very happy. So, okay.
Ragnar, it is your turn.
After Klaus has returned me back to life, I rise up and I look at the Overlord. That was a mistake. Now you will feel the full power of Cronus at your face. And with that, I'm going to burn my second channel ability to do Destructive Wrath for maximum damage and cast Shatter on him at 5th level.
Constitution saving throw, correct?
That one is, yes, Constitution saving throw. And this is going to be thunder damage. It's going to be max damage.
I rolled a 7, so max damage.
He's going to eat that whole damage.
What is the max damage of that spell?
68.
6d8. So a wall of sound wraps around this creature. He puts his hands up to his ears. He shrieks out, but you can't hear it over the sound of the spell happening. Thunder is roaring within this little cyclone. He drops his hands. You see black ichor drip down from his ears. Anything else, Ragnar?
That is all that I can do, and I'm going to stand here for the next brunt of attack, I'm sure.
All right, Pip.
So are these obelisks made of like mostly earth?
They're made of bronze and marbleized dreams.
2 earth elementals. They do a 18, a 13, a 21, and a 21.
All but the 13 will hit. So go ahead and roll for damage.
So it does 12 plus 21 plus 13 damage.
So total damage for this one is going to be 46 points of damage. This creature is dead.
Awesome.
Yay!
And he will dissolve and disappear into the Nyx.
Alright, so the way this happens is these, one of them earth elementals burrows under and like grabs one and just starts wailing on it from underneath because they can burrow underneath the earth. And the other one's hitting it from the top. And as the lower upper combo just destroys his legs and upper torso, he falls down, and the one that's below just starts dragging him under, and he just fades away before he can get all the way dragged down into the earth.
Very nice. Are you doing anything else there, Pip?
I'm gonna keep the one I summoned where he is, and Pip's gonna run around, if he has enough movement here, to right about there, and gets ready to attack the third foe here, ready to slam some more things.
Very nice. Okay, Lopos, you're up.
As my bonus action, I am going to cast Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
And that is... So I'm going to run in. I am going to stab him with my sword. Does a 24 hit?
24 will hit.
So that's going to be 5 piercing damage and 8 force damage. Then I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to pull my bow out, and I'm going to shoot him.
Okay.
Does a 10 hit?
10 will not hit, no.
Well, then I am going to shoot near him to intimidate.
Oh, very nice. Aeolus.
I'm going to cast Healing Word on Ragnar. He heals for 9 heals, 6 more healing points.
Ragnar, you have 15 hit points healed back to you.
Cool, thanks.
You might need them.
I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery.
All right. Wisdom saving throw. 19. He succeeds.
I'm just going to check out. I'll see you guys later. Good luck with the fight. It was nice knowing you.
The warlord looks around. He sees the elementals. He sees Ragnar, Klaus with his weapon, and Lopus behind him. The other two demons are defeated. He looks up at you. Parlay.
That's what he tells me.
He's just saying it to the group.
Oh, I can actually do something here. Can I step in, guys?
Sure.
Sweet. I'm gonna cast persuasion. I'm not gonna cast persuasion. I'm gonna use my persuasion skill, and I'm gonna address the monster and say, "You should tell us why we should let you live."
Roll persuasion.
19.
You have defeated me. You have defeated my demons. Parlay, and I shall unlock the door.
The two earth elementals are literally going to grab him by the shoulder, so as soon as he tries to do anything, we both have him by the shoulder.
And so when they grab him, Aeolus is gonna step forward and he's gonna say, "You will unlock the door, or my friend here is gonna have Frank and Bob rip your limbs off."
He's going to try to launch himself out of the air, so Ragnar and the earth elementals can get an attack of opportunity. So
Yeah,
go
I
ahead.
forgot.
So what'd you roll?
15 and a 20.
The 15 will miss, the 20 will hit. So go ahead and roll for damage.
Gonna do 11 and bludgeoning damage.
All right.
As he tries to fly away, I'm just gonna take one swing with my right hand and just pow! Just nick his leg as he's trying to get away.
You hit him across the leg. The leg will actually dislocate and crack, and it just kind of flaps in the breeze as his wings are starting to pick up altitude. Ragnar, what would you like to do?
Thranos will pass you judgment in your afterlife. I will try to strike at him with my hammering horns.
Okay. I like that. Roll for attack.
I rolled an 18.
How much damage?
3 points of damage.
You do 3 points damage as your gore attack. He will soar above you, flapping his wings, and he goes, "You are not worthy." And he spreads his wings wide again, and crows and harpies fly down towards you, circling you once again, and he starts to fly off. Klaus, go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw once more.
Let's roll to 17.
All right, so that passed, so you're going to take 8 points of slashing damage and 8 points of psychic damage. So the creature's hanging about 30 feet above you, trying to fly away.
So can I use my bonus action first to imbue in divine favor?
Sure.
Okay, so I want to do that.
All right, so that's your bonus action. So go ahead. Roll with disadvantage.
Yeah, I rolled an 11.
11 will miss. Okay. Ragnar, it is your turn.
So I'm doing saving throw, is that right?
Yep, you're going to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Now rolls an 11.
Okay, so with an 11, you're going to take 16 points of slashing damage and 16 points of psychic damage.
All right, and then what I'm going to do, since he's flying up in the air,
Mhm.
too far, I'm going to cast Call Lightning. I'm going to do that as a 4th level.
With advantage, he got a 14.
Okay, my DC is 15, so he's going to fail.
Mhm.
And I will hold out my hammer, throw out some lightning, and it's going to strike him for 24 points of lightning damage.
He will die. Ragnar, how do you defeat this creature?
Kratos will strike you with lightning force, and then point my hammer at him, and lightning will streak out from my hammer and hit this creature straight in the chest.
As the creature gets strikes straight in the chest, his flesh starts to burn away. He cries out in a shriek. Everybody covers their ears until there is no more. The important overlord dies, leaving you in the desolate city at the edge of the mystic sea. Before you, the door to Ephyra's palace opens. You can hear nothing except the sound of running water deep within its halls.
Before we press forward, I'd like to cast a spell on myself. I need to heal myself, so I'd like to cast Cure Light Wounds on myself at 4th level.
All right, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to heal myself for 17.
17. Okay. You heal yourself for 17. Klaus, Aeolus, Lopos, you guys do anything?
Not currently, no.
All right. Pip, how long does that spell last?
I can keep the summoned one for an hour, and I can stay in Earth Elemental for 5 hours.
Okay. So is that what you're doing? You're just keeping the Earth Elemental?
Yeah. Until
Okay.
you say an hour's passed, and then 5 hours passed, I'm probably not going to change. They're kind of powerful.
Fair enough. So, what would the 5 of you like to do?
I would like to find a way to rest.
Oh, that's easy. I'll cast Leoman's Tiny Hut again.
Do you guys rest for 8 hours?
I believe that is the plan.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I used an ass load of spell slots, so I need to take one.
Yeah, I suppose I should join that.
So, if they decide to take a long rest, 1 and 5 hours will both pass.
Yeah. So you see me go, all right, they're going to do that. So I wave my Earth Elemental hand, and just the other one melds back down into the ground. And then you see this one just like, pop, hello, I'm back. That was a fun combat round.
Aeolus is going to stay very, very quiet.
But not so fun for some, I guess. Fun for me, though.
Oh, I still have a spell slot to cast Dispel Magic if you need me to.
That would be helpful considering I'm cursed.
Oh, I didn't realize you were cursed.
Yeah, he's still cursed.
No, it's fine. I have a remove curse as well.
That would be better to remove.
Yeah, you can do that one.
So then, before we rest, I will cast remove curse and take care of that.
Ragnar, you feel as though the curse around you has been lifted. You're not sure what the effects of the curse were, but you are glad that it's gone.
Thank you, my friend. I do appreciate what you have done for Ragnar. He will not forget it.
Of course.
The day goes by pretty easily. Again, it's very hard to judge the passages of time in the Nyx, for it is a realm of dreams and wishes, hopes and prayers, nightmares. As you all stand there healing up, resting, you hear odd noises, where yesterday the noises were kind of muted and quiet, and you hear almost like gurgled screams, hollowed echoes.
Can we tell where that's coming from?
It comes from inside the palace, and at certain points you hear a thump, thump, and the sound of metal upon stone. Thump, thump.
Klaus, hearing this, will say, that is certainly worth investigating. Say that to the group.
Aeolus is going to say, I think we should probably wait until we're all good to go before we go making a move.
Suppose we must.
After Klaus says that, Aeolus starts playing a song of rest for his companions.
What do you play?
It's a really slow melody. You know, it's something that it's old. It's an old song that only comes from the Feywilds. You know, it's a song of his people. Pip would recognize this song. It's the sad song of the fall of Xenagus the Reveler.
8 hours pass with no interruptions. New demons do not appear. The hut goes down once more, and you're left within the silence of the city, save for the sounds of the thump, thump, scrape.
As the hut disappears, Klaus will arise and say, "Okay, I've listened to that. Too long? I must go see what that is."
I would like to use an ability that I have.
Okay.
It is called Primeval Awareness, and I am going to be looking for fiends.
You do sense fiends within a mile of you. Nothing is close right now. The way that you're sensing it, you feel like these were like the scouts, and a much bigger wave is on its way.
Oh, that's fun.
Us seek shelter inside the doors of Ephira. The doors are open, right?
Yep, the door is open. So what would you like to do?
I'd like to head to the temple of Ephira, because that's where I'm going to go.
Klaus will go forth as well.
I'll go as well.
Pip is following behind.
Lopus will also follow.
You head into the door, past the hall. Do you close the door behind you, or do you leave it open?
We're going to close that door. Thank you very much.
Closing the door.
Okay.
Aeolus is going to cast light.
To secure the door from the inside.
As you guys shut the doors behind you, you hold them closed. You hear the sound of rushing water. Some of you look off behind you. You see a fountain of glistening and glowing water. And directly behind you, you see a statue completely black. That is the visage of Ephira, and several spikes jut from the ground, from the pillars, and spear her body. Other than that, the room is barren.
What I would like to do is I'd like to pull out the jug that I found earlier.
As you pull out the jug, it starts to glow with this very soft blue light.
I would like to approach cautiously to the statue where Ephira is, where all these spikes are sticking at her.
Okay.
I'm going to try to safely put this jug just in front of this statue, because I don't know the way to put it in her hands.
As you walk towards the statue, the spikes start to pulsate. They start to groan, and you hear the moan of a woman. She's in pain, and it's coming from the statue. It's not a statue. It is Ephira herself, speared inside her own palace.
Oh.
What do you do?
On seeing this and hearing her moans, I just speak. I hope that I can help ease your pain with this gift of your jug that you have poured knowledge into. I hope that this will bring you ease.
As you say those words, you hear the thump, thump, scrape, thump, thump, scrape. And behind the pillar, a familiar minotaur approaches you.
I will take one knee with this jug in my hand. I will bow my head slightly to this creature as it approaches me.
It is Tyrex.
What?
Tyrax. It has been a long time since we have seen each other.
It has.
How did you come to be here?
I come for my god, Mogus.
I see, and I'm sure he has sent you here for a purpose. I hope it is to help and aid us in our mission.
You are right. He has sent me for a purpose. Red light starts to appear around Tyrexum as he raises his axe. For the glory of Mogus! And that's where we'll end tonight. What really happened to Ephyra, and why did Tyrax turn against his companions? Will the knights seek out to destroy their companion, or will they save him? Find out the answers to this and more next time on Heroes of Theros, Godfall. If you enjoyed the story so far, please remember to like and subscribe to never miss out on any of the action. We look forward to seeing you again at the table next time on Sunday Nights. Minstrels, play us out!